Good morning. Welcome to Energy Works. Today we're talking about divine health. So, I guess divine health can mean different things to different people, but particularly we wanted to talk today about taking care of our spirit. So, often we understand in health that we need to eat healthy food, particularly fresh fruit and veggies, and also that we need to drink plenty of pure water and that we need rest and exercise. And then we also need to feed our spirit. So, whether we read our scriptures and we pray, we meditate, we forest bathe, all different ways that we can do that. But that's really important for us to tune out of our devices and tune into what is divinely being spoken to us. And also remembering, the things that perhaps were spoken to us before we came to earth, the divine language that was spoken to us, and our purpose of life that we were aware of before we came to earth, and how that is very important for us. So, clearing energy around that, and I did want to dedicate to a few people today. So if there is anyone that you feel you would like to send energy to, we can do that. So good morning, Margaret. Yes, so we can send energy to anyone that you would like, anyone that you're concerned about, or anyone that you feel might need a little bit of a helping hand. Okay. So let's start with our crown chakra, which of course is our connection to the divine, isn't it? Okay, and an oil called a lemmy comes up. I don't know if I know anything about that one. Good morning, Elizabeth. Okay, so Margaret wants to send energy to her mum. Happily done. Okay, I don't think a lemmy's in here, but let's have a look. No, not. All right, well, I'll have to find out some information about that. But if we ask if there's anyone similar. All right, so rose oil. Oh, Elizabeth would like to send energy to her sister, sorry. Okay, happy to do that. All right. So rose oil invites individuals to experience the unwavering, unchanging, unconditional love of the divine. This love heals all hearts and dresses all wounds. It restores individuals to authenticity, wholeness, and purity. As one feels unconditional love and acceptance, the heart is softened. As the heart fully opens, a fountain of love flows freely through the soul. In this state, one feels charity and compassion. Charity is experienced on behalf of oneself and others. Rose embodies divine love and teaches individuals how to contact this love through prayer, meditation, and opening the heart to receive. Okay. All right, and we're just going into the earth chakra, which is sort of under your feet and actually connects you into the earth. All right. So sometimes we can be a bit jealous of what other people have, so people's riches. And I guess it comes back to, what does God really want for us? What is the purpose that He has for us to fulfill? And the more that we can tune into that purpose, tune into our heart, and to receive the information that comes through from our crown chakra, the more we live our life on purpose, and the more we feel whole and feel that we're actually doing what we're here to do. All right, so I make a difference. Sometimes we don't feel like we make a difference. Sometimes we just feel like we're killing ourselves for nothing. But I guess we don't really know the ramifications of the small, kind things we do. We don't know how God multiplies that and magnifies it and brings light and love through the small and simple things of life. So your smile, your little kind acts, all those things are used to lift the vibration of the planet. Okay, so some stuff stuck in our mind. All right. I'm worthy to receive financial rewards for my contribution. I love life. I allow myself to respect my own time commitments. The earth has plenty and some to spare. So in the Essential Emotions book, they talk about wild orange and how it's about abundance, because how many seeds are there in one orange, and how many orange trees could we grow from one orange? It's like there's always enough. I'm worthy of all that I desire. As I put effort in, I'm rewarded fairly. All right, a little bit more in the crown chakra. Again, my heart is open and flowing. So, some generational baggage affecting the flowing of our heart from dad's side of the family, dad's mum, and the women. So, 93 generations of women. Okay. All right. And now we're going to go into one of the higher chakras. So, let's go into the solar star. Oh, hello, Kathy. Nice to have you on. All right. So, this is the solar star, which is about all the good and bad and the difficulties that life offers and learning from each part of it. All right, and allowing ourselves to feel whole. So so I guess the people that we're dedicating to, they may not always feel whole. So sending them love to feel whole. All right, others accept who I am. Okay, so I am whole is good. All right, some more things in our mind. All right, this is about family relationships. So I feel strongly that we've helped the previous generations before we were born. They now help us. And I really believe that. There can be many patterns of weakness within the family tree that may not be present in every generation. Each member of the family provides different qualities and challenges. We usually want the good qualities and not the bad. However, our weaknesses and failings are there for us to use as practical life skill lessons. So the other family members' weaknesses are also there to keep the family balanced. All right, we offer complete forgiveness when a family member fails. And of course, that's how we learn, isn't it? So we don't want to prevent family members from learning through their experiences. We want them to grow and not to feel so much guilt and shame that they can't move forward. The pain of past mistakes is completely healed. We allow time and space for grieving and healing. And of course, as we see our loved ones not perhaps being in the best headspace or in the way, we might feel that um, we've failed in some way, or we may feel that that's a reflection on us not being right. So if we can take the guilt out of it and sort of just see the lesson and learn what we have to learn from any situation, then that's much stronger and healthier for our spirit. All right, so the seventh layer of the aura, which is the celestial layer, it's almost composed completely of light. And if you can see it, it would be like mother of pearl or shimmering. Sorry, that's the sixth layer. So things can interfere with our body's energy field so that things don't progress as well as they could. And this celestial body that we were just talking about, this is about our emotions and our spiritual communion. So that is really important to us and to our energy field as well. So sometimes we can have tears in part of our aura. Good morning, Susanna. So females, present females at the moment, So sometimes people can be a little hard work or high maintenance. So being able to see past that and to see what lesson we need to learn from the situation. All right, some childhood stuff stuck in our aura from age 2. So low self-esteem. So something for Elizabeth's sister. Right, so her solar plexus chakra. All right, I act on the choices I make. So sometimes we may make great choices about taking care of our spirit or our body or our mind, and then we weaken and we don't carry out what it is that we know that we should do. All right, so I no longer care about how others perceive me because often we want to look good in the eyes of other people. All right, I know that I am a powerful and wholesome force for good. I'm confident in my ability to make my life work. Okay, so it's a bit clear in the aura. Okay. Here we're going back to that earth chakra, or chakra, however you like to say. All right, missing determination. Okay, so needing determination to do it. So not having the determination, very good. Dad's side of the family and the women. 93 generations of women. And maybe they're brought down by difficult circumstances, not believing things can change. But perhaps we're the opportunity for them to change through, we've grown through their experiences that we've inherited. And vetiver oil is a great oil that helps us kind of get through the hard stuff. So vetiver challenges the need to escape pain. So it centers individuals in their true self and guides them downward to the root of their problem. Oh, sorry, their emotional issues. Okay. It helps them find relief, but not through avoidance. Relief comes after they have traveled within and met the core of their emotional issue. So vetiver will not let them quit. So it's a great oil to help you persevere through the difficulties that you need to process. It grounds them in the present moment and carries them through an emotional catharsis. Good morning, Elizabeth. The descent into the true self assists individuals in discovering deeper facets of their being. So, Vedava opens the door to light and recovery through this downward journey. So, I guess looking at the things that we might think are faulty or hard or difficult, whereas they are the opportunity to open the door to greater light and understanding and more spiritual connection. And if we accept the things about us that we perhaps don't like, uh, they can become greater stepping stones to learning and working through the things to see who we really are and accept ourselves as we are, because our weaknesses are there to help us grow. Okay, we're going to go into one of the highest chakras again. So we're in the galactic chakra. So that's where all the record of our life and our experience is stored in our energy field. And it's it's said to have stored all our thoughts, our experiences, our feelings, and sometimes they call this the book of life. All right, and hiding in here can be a tendency for multiple sclerosis. So if I'm going to use Ina Siegel's book here. All right, so this is under multiple sclerosis in Ina Siegel's book. Putting other people and commitments first, pushing yourself too hard, overworking, not feeling good enough, limited point of view, self-neglect, rejection, and self-sabotage, feeling disconnected from yourself and others, exhaustion, worry, shame, and guilt. So probably we can all tick a couple of those boxes. So if we see, instead of the lack or the things that we're not committing to, we see the perfection of the things that we have to go through and what we're learning in the process and the skills and the strengths that we are developing in the process, it's a much stronger and healthier way to see our spiritual growth. All right, so this galactic chakra is also strengthened by the practice of spiritual things. So investigating what feels good and right to you. So, listening to people that uplift. As I said, reading your scriptures or praying or meditating, all those things help us to connect divinely and to hear the messages that God would speak to our hearts. All right, so another oil now. Ross says I can much much all of those. Pretty much tick all of those. Okay. Um, so chia oil. All right. So chia encourages individuals who are overcome by feelings of hopelessness and helplessness. It restores hope when one has been stretched beyond the limits of endurance. This blend inspires faith that life will work out for the best despite difficulties and setbacks. Chia reminds individuals that there is so much more to life than the hardship they are experiencing, and to determinedly hold on until they regain the hope and joy they feel they've lost. All right, so you might use this oil as well to feel comforted and determined. So believing that even though you can't see exactly how God's going to run this and the beautiful way that it will happen and the tapestry that he's weaving, we need to trust that and be determined to keep following the path that we feel is right, even if we can't see the end that we want right this second. And there's the saying, isn't it? You've got to put one foot in the dark and then the light will follow. Okay, so going higher chakra again. So now we're going into the universal chakra. All right, and the emotion of this one is peace. So getting to the point where we actually feel peace. And peace doesn't mean that we live in peace. It means that we're peaceful within, despite the circumstances around us, that we can rely on that internal spiritual connection that we have, that we can feel we will survive this, that we're here for good, that we're here to bring light and love to others, and that God will use us in the most amazing ways that we have no idea of. All right, so this phase is about self mastery and also the awareness of our true creative power. So sometimes I think we are unaware of the strength we have to create things. We may believe that we can't do anything and what we're doing isn't working, but by whatever small thing that we're doing and the kindness that we're putting out there into the world, it is being magnified. All right, so giving up of all things perishable, possessions, authority. So letting go of the things that we may have hung on to at one point, especially when we've been through times where we didn't feel we had any power or control. Uh, I guess being able to let that go and trust that God is in control and that He has a plan for you and a plan for me and a plan for all our loved ones. All right, another oil here. So peace oil. So peace oil is the oil of reassurance. So this blend was formulated to assist individuals who lack inner peace. And I think we can all say that some days. People thrive when they feel connected to the divine, which is what our whole talk about is today. Souls achieve true and lasting peace through connection to this source. Without this true peace, there is a human tendency to try to manufacture peace by controlling one's environment and relationships. Especially when one feels afraid, it is tempting to try to control others because it gives an artificial sense of order and safety. Now, there's nothing wrong with order and there's nothing wrong with being organized. But when we're holding on to that and not allowing inspiration to come and to being led in the moment, in our words, in our actions, in all the choices that we make, then we are reducing the opportunity that God has to work with us and through us. All right, so again, you might use this oil if you feel spiritually disconnected. So helping you to feel connected, to feel that God loves you, to feel that He knows what's in your heart and that He knows what you need even before you speak it. And sometimes our prayers might be that we have no words, but we may just cry or we may just express gratitude for what we have. We may not know exactly what to ask for, but there is a prayer in our heart that will be spoken even when we have not words for it. Okay. All right, so we're working in the value of gentleness. So sometimes we can be gentle to others, but maybe not to ourselves. All right. All right. Do we respond to situations by adding ourselves as another piece of wood to fuel the fire? Or are we the soft sprinkling of rain that puts the fire out? Our actions and words have power. Oh, that's very true. Be gentle, not harsh, and severe with our responses. And sometimes we're hurt or we're angry or life is disappointing. We want to hurt. We want to hurt other people and to make them feel as we feel. All right. The need to harm or treat others badly is done away with when we remove the need to judge with swift verdict of guilt. So, gentleness is the result of commitment to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It overrides the desire for revenge, for we see the situation with a clearer and untainted perspective and hold on to our power. It is a decision to not react with an egoic response, but rather to realize that no gain will be had by responding with harshness. It is giving up the need to defend ourselves, for we see past the person that is attacking us to their own fear and feelings of powerlessness. So, our response with gentleness is not an invitation to be a doormat or a people pleaser, but a redirector of energy. It says, I cannot be hurt by your miswielding of power because I know who I am. And I guess, I've probably used this example before, but a little kid that's cranky, might be throwing their fists at you, but you have a longer arm. So if you put your hand on their forehead, they can't reach you. So it's like energetically, when someone is hurling insults at us or not okay, we can see that the small child within them is hurting and is not okay. And we don't have to add fuel to the fire. We can be the calming, soothing influence in that situation. All right, my words are spoken carefully and with gentleness at work and at home. I show strength when I am meek and mild. There is power in responding with kindness and compassion. I no longer need to defend myself. There's this little quote here. It says, gentleness must become a way of life, so your tones. So it is not so much what you say and the manner in which you say it. Sorry, it is not so much what you say as the manner in which you say it. It is not so much the language you use as the tone you use to convey it. For words come from the mind and grow by study and art, but tones leap forth from the inner self and reveal the state of the heart. And I guess we all want to operate from a pure heart and from a heart that's led by God and doing things in the way He would have us do, so that we're helping each other, who we are all brothers and sisters after all in Earth's family. And we are here to support and nurture each other in the journey. All right, still more things stuck in our mind. All right, I accept my chapters as they unfold with flexibility and confidence. And maybe that's the challenge. And a lady called Lillian used to work on me, and she would say to me, I want you to pray to be a witness to the miracle. So maybe that's what we need to ask for, that we can see how God makes miracles in our lives, and even out of things that we don't think are possible to have miracles made out of, that we can witness that. All right. I am worthy of my own love and attention. My intuition leads me gently along the path best for me. Good morning, Julie. Each error I make in my learning is a stepping stone to greater heights. I'm able to make a successful outcome from each trial in life. I'm able to release the negative family patterns and replace them with positive, encouraging ones. All right, my ability to be open to intuition enabled me to trust their own intuition. I live in faith. All right, a little bit more in the crown chakra. All right, so what's coming up here is not being able to express what is on my mind. So if you feel you don't have someone you can express it to, can you do a brain dump where you just get some paper and you just write down everything that's in your head? Just empty your head. And then once you've emptied your head, you can put things into a little bit better order. You know, what's the highest priority? What do I feel that I need to work on first? All right, I allow others to support me in times of need. My opinions and thoughts are valuable. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the base chakra for a moment. All right, I can't stop or am always doing things to get attention. And sometimes we can. I know I can fall into victim mentality. All right, I allow others to resolve their own issues. I'm noticed and appreciated in the most positive ways. Okay, so now thank you to those people that are on the call. Is there anywhere in your body that's complaining? Or is there any other person or thing that you feel that we haven't addressed that you might like to address before we finish our call today? A little bit here in the brow chakra. All right. Lower back. Oh, thank you, Susanna. I'm also feeling instability. Okay, so trigger finger in your right middle finger. Okay. Lower back nerve pain. Okay. Okay, so let's go into the sacral chakra then. Okay, so mandarin oil. Let's go into red mandarin. Okay. All right, so there's another oil here that fits in that mandarin family, which is called clementine. And it's the petite hybrid of orange and mandarin. So clementine represents sweetness in the small things. This oil reminds individuals not to miss the bliss of fleeting moments. Again and again, it is the littlest things in life that remind them that they are blessed, loved, and cared for. Clementine teaches that everything one needs is often right before them, and to cherish the opportunity to savor the sweet simplicity of every moment. All right, I'm a creative and sensual being. So sometimes we forget that and we just focus on doing and having. All right, I am enough. So not always feeling enough. I am enough to achieve what I want. I support myself in achieving what I want. So some generational baggage on that one from dad's dad and the women. 93 generations of women. So I am enough. Something from age 3 hiding in the lower back. Feelings of regret over the past. So sometimes we can have a new sibling and we may be excited that they're coming along until they actually arrive and they make trouble, and we could be upset about that. So I forgive my sibling for being born. No. And I forgive my parents that they couldn't give me what I wanted as well as the sibling. I believe I can have what I want. It's like, no. And also generational baggage on dad's dad and the women. 93 generations of women. Okay. Okay, so So I am supported. I support myself. God supports me. I am fully supported at all times. Just going to look up in Ina Siegel's book what different fingers represent. All right, so we have right middle finger. Okay. The middle finger is connected with your personal power and your ability to deal with many of life's challenges. And knowing you, Roz, you have had some doozies. This is where you learn to take responsibility for your actions. Problems include weight gain to mask emotional pain, sadness, anger, fear, and resentment. Feeling out of control, exhausted, drained, and confused. So I don't know if any of that rings with you. All right, so this is again from Ina Siegel. She's saying to release negative or dense energies and emotions from each finger, close your eyes and imagine that there is a fire in front of you. Using the fingers of the other hand, gently pull any dense issues out of the finger you're focusing on and place the negativity, which may look like grey smoke, chains, or weeds, into the. You may then use the colours related to that specific finger to help regenerate the flow of energy. And the middle finger is yellow. So wear something yellow today, whether it's yellow earrings or a scarf or a pair of shoes, something, yellow handbag. All right. In order to install and make the positive stronger, gently massage or hold each finger with the intention of increasing that feeling. Then bathe the finger in the color which relates to it. Do this slowly. If you're massaging, massage from the base to tip, allowing yourself to really feel the positive motion you are installing. Divine healing intelligence, please heal and regenerate my fingers to their maximum health, vitality, and mobility. All right, and sometimes there can be another stuck emotion in there. All right, so colors are very powerful, so we can use them to uplift us. And I haven't done it today, but often on a day I'll muscle test what color should I wear that day. And I think that's a kind of nice message to what we're sending out to other people and what will also help and strengthen us. Okay, so just by way of announcement, we have an Energy Works get together on the 30th of September. So you're welcome to come if you're in town. We usually bring a plate and anyone's welcome. You can bring a friend. And we bring some healthy food and we chat, clear a bit of energy, laugh a bit, giggle. Sometimes we cry. But it's the opportunity to connect to like-minded people. And if you've done Energy Works at all, you are welcome to come to our Advanced Energy Works. Just stretch your learning a bit further. So we're doing that on the 11th to the 13th of October. So extend an invitation to you to come and, again, mix with like-minded people and work on whatever is stuck in your body, mind, or energy field. Anyway, if you have anything that came up from today, you're welcome to book in for a clarity call or you through calendly.com/Tanya Ormsby/clarity call. Or if you're really ready to get stuck in, you can book in on a1health.com.au and there's a book online. All right. Thank you, everyone. Just a little ad. Tonight we're doing Margaret's beautiful class. She teaches us how to make beautiful products to use that are clean and made with essential oils. So looking forward to that tonight. All right. Sending you big love and hugs. Bye.